What's up, guys? Welcome to another lesson. Now in today's lesson we'll be looking at another simple but yet beautiful sounding feel or embellishment to add to your playing. All right, today's lesson is sponsored by pianostar.com. Visit pianostar.com to see all the courses that we have in store. You may choose to select single course, so many courses there tailored for you, and enroll on them, or you can also decide to join the membership program and have access to all courses. All right, so let's get right into the lesson for today. Now this feel is quite simple, and it works well. May not necessarily be it is simple if you look at the way it is structured. It sounds complex, but it's not. All right, and I'm sure most of you intermediate players out there may have heard this, and even if you're on the beginner level, I think you can try to pick at least one of these to elevate your sound. All right, so let's check this out. So you have this kind of sound, right? So that's let's do it in a key of C. All right, so for the one chord, you're playing an open kind of an open sound. So I'm going to play the a simple 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1. So like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1. So now if I play it with this kind of concept, it's going to sound like this. Alright, so and now if I take it to the next, so step 1 is like that. Step 2 sounds like this. Now step 3, extra inner chord movement, sounds like. So let's see how we construct this, and I'm pretty sure you've almost everyone has heard this this kind of sound before. It's very popular in gospel and jazz. All right, so this is how it's constructed. Basically, whatever if you take a chord, if you want to construct on the C major chord, right? So just so you know, this chord is a major 13. It's a major 13 chord. Usually, I construct that like that. Okay, so how you construct that is, if you want to do it on C, you look for the third of the C. Now if the C is a major chord you want to play, then you're going to take the third of the C, which is the E, right? Because it's the C major chord. Now if you take the third, I want you to just look at the third itself and play a sus4 chord on the third. So you're going to play the third and you play a sus4. How do you play a sus4? Is the you look for the major chord, which is the E major chord, and then you make the E major chord a sus4. Okay, so and I want you to double up the E on top, so it's just gonna be like that. And when you play this on C, it sounds amazing. Right? If you are able to stretch, I want you to stretch the thumb on the left hand to hit the 9 here, right? So the reason why this is a major 9-13 or a major 13 chord is because you basically have the 7 present, the major 7 present, you have the 9, and this is the 13 or the 6, because when you go up in extensions, the 6 becomes a 13, because you have the 8, the 9, the 10, 11, which is the 4, 12, we don't say 12, but then the 13, which is the 6th. All right, so that's how you form that chord. So basically you can pick any single. If you want to do this on a C sharp major chord, you're going to take the C sharp, pick its third, which is that major third, right? That's a major interval. And on that major third, this is an F, you're going to play an F sus4 chord, right? And then double up the F, and then you play it together. And you can play, stretch your thumb out to hit the 9 here. So see how that chord sounds like. So this is the kind of sound you want to introduce it into your play, and that's what I want to hear most of my students play, right? So all right, great. So let's go up the scale with it. Let's go back to C. So that's our first chord. Now when we go to the second, which is the 2 chord, right? So on the 2 chord, that's D. The third is F, because we are in the major scale. The 2 chord is a minor chord, right? So the third is F, and I'm just going to play F sus4. This is F major, F sus4, F sus4, double it up, play it over the D. I get a nice chord here, right? Okay, so that's the chord we'll use for the 2 chord. And then on the 3 chord is quite simple as well. The 3, that's the 5. You play a sus4 chord of the 5, double it up, play it over the 3. And what I'm doing here is I try to use for these ones, I try to use my left hand to double up that melody. All right. So basically, if you do that again, you get the same thing on the F. Usually when it gets to the 5 chord, which is the G in this case, I don't like to do it there, because if I do it, it might sound like this. It will work a bit for jazz, but it might not work very well for most songs. So I try to skip the 5 chord and keep the 5 chord straight, right? And then when it comes to the 6 chord, I get it like that because it's 6. That's its third. Play a sus4 of the third. Open it up. Play it over the 6, the A, and then you have. So 7, and then. All right. So let's play it together. 5. All right. So that's one. Then obviously we hear those inner chord movements, and the inner chord movements are quite simple as well. There's so many variations of it. If you take the first chord, you take this one, you can just going a step below the 13 and coming back to the 13. Basically all you're doing there is trying to emphasize that 13. So semitone below, semitone up, semitone below, semitone up, then and some people can do something like so all emphasizing the 13. So all right, I think this part, I'm going to take this part of the lesson into the next video where I try to harmonize it and make it sound a lot better, sound more advanced, to embellish whatever you want. So if you're excited about that, just hang on, and in my next video I'm going to release a part 2 of this video where I break this down for all of you. So yeah, thanks for joining me in this lesson, and definitely share it with everyone. I'll certainly see you in the next lesson.